Today, Governor Gavin Newsom met with China's President Xi Jinping. The surprise meeting comes as Newsom hopes to help cool tensions between the two countries in hopes of working together to address climate change.
KCRA 3 Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala joins us with the governor's takeaway from the meeting. Very interesting that a governor is meeting with the president.
Extremely interesting. And in fact, of course, this was something that the governor was hoping would happen, but did not know it was going to happen until minutes before that meeting started. He was meeting with President Xi Jinping until minutes before that started. The governor spent the day in Beijing meeting with several of the country's leaders, including the president. Reporters were only allowed in for the first couple of minutes of that meeting, but you see some glimpses here of the two shaking hands. Now, the governor said he and President Xi talked about addressing climate change and fentanyl. But this meeting comes at a time when tension between the U.S. and China has been rising, especially over the last several years. After the meeting, Newsom told CNN his interpretation of how he thinks Xi feels about the future of the relationship between the two countries. Listen.
And the fact that we had access to these high-level meetings, I'll be meeting with 5 provincial governors tomorrow, another extension of this visit, I think is suggestive that we're entering, I hope, a new phase. Bit of a thawing. The last few years have been very stressful. I think it goes to your question. And we've got to turn down the heat. We've got to manage our strategic differences. We've got to reconcile our strategic red lines. Those are well established between our two countries. But I want to applaud the Biden administration. And on the basis of the engagement I had today with members of the Xi administration, President Xi himself, I want to applaud his willingness to reconcile those differences, people-to-people exchange. The fact he's meeting with the governor of California at the subnational level, I think, is indicative of a thawing.
Meanwhile, according to Chinese media, President Xi told Newsom that he hoped his visit would enhance mutual understanding between the two sides and expand cooperation between China and California.
Okay, so what has the reaction been to all of this?
Yeah, it's been mixed, and it depends on your party at this point. But we spoke with some of California's congressional members. Again, depending on who you ask. Representative Ami Bera, who serves on the Foreign Affairs Committee in the House, said it was appropriate, while Republican Doug LaMalfa says leaders in this country need to get tougher on China and that Newsom's focus should be on issues happening in California. Meanwhile, this afternoon, state lawmakers actually just announced that they are scheduling a hearing on Friday in San Francisco on how climate change is driving the economies of both California and Asia ahead of a key conference happening in that city known as APEC, where several dignitaries from around the world are expected to descend in California to talk about this very topic. So we'll see.
All right. Ashley Zavala, thank you. Well, the governor's office tells us the trip is 100% being paid for by the California nonprofit Protocol Foundation.